U.S. deal is a daggone interesting one, Mark, as we take a look at this one, because President Trump, he's been very public about this whole thing, national security concerns. And let's give the Biden administration some kudos on this as well. They've talked about this. It's about the U.S. steel and the buying of Nippon and Nippon Steel in Japan, but the concerns that are out there. And I think that's something very big. And then when you look at this, and the stock goes down about 8 or 10% today, sort of moving back and forth just a little bit. There it is in the 37s, just under 38. This is one to keep an eye on. And oh, by the way, we had a little bit of unusual in this one as well. I'm going to kick that back over to you if you'd like. That's an interesting one to see. But the December call buying that we're seeing on this spread, that 10,000 lot mark, that's pretty big. Somebody thinks that the beating that it's getting today is going to end, and it's going to really rocket in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, somebody thinks that deal is actually going to wind up going through. And look, I covered this on News Nation on Black Friday. Actually, is my first appearance on a new network that we're going to be appearing on regularly. So very excited to share that with the Rebel Nation. This is definitely a little bit of the story of Trump tough talk policy and whether or not he winds up actually implementing that tough talk. A lot of what he does is intended to get a reaction, and maybe not having to actually take the step of blocking the deal, but of suggesting that there may be reason to block the deal, and possibly having the counterparties decide to pull out of the deal. And obviously, there's a lot on social that's suggesting that this thing is not going to happen. I don't know. I don't have an outlook on it. I think that bullish is very, very telling, but I think it's a little bit of a hard thing to trade, because from one day to the next, you could have a comment from DJT that sends it in either direction, and I don't like that kind of volatility.